During this week in Pokemon GO, we are going to be getting a community day for a very solid Pokemon, and we're also going to be seeing the return of a legendary Pokemon that is incredibly powerful and you do not want to miss out on it. I'm going to be going over all of this as well as other things that are very important for this week in Pokemon GO in this video. Let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, today we're going to be talking about everything coming to Pokemon GO during this week, and I will say it is one of those very chill weeks. There's not going to be an in-game event during this week. It's all going to be essentially just generic content, but we are going to be getting a raid boss that is actually pretty good, and we're also going to be getting a community day on the weekend, which you will not want to miss out on. Let's actually start with that. We're going to be getting a community day for the Pokemon Tinkatink, and there's a lot of things with this community day that you will want to pay attention to. April 2026 Community Day is going to be happening on Saturday, April 11th from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon is, of course, going to be Tinkatink, and you will have a boosted shiny rate for this Pokemon, and also you may encounter some with a special background. And just so you know, this is going to be the debut of this shiny, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Now, considering that this is a community day, that means there's going to be an exclusive move. Tinkatink is going to be getting the move Gigaton Hammer when you evolve into it during this event, which is going to be a very powerful steel-type charge attack that's going to deal 130 damage in PvP and 300 damage in gyms and raids. There's also going to be a special research which you can purchase within the Pokeshop, and it's going to give you encounters with Tinkatink with a special background. There's also going to be the following event bonuses, which is going to last from 2 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. local time, and these are all going to be really solid bonuses. First and foremost, any lure modules that you use are going to give you Tinkatink even after the event hours. If you lure up any of your local Pokestops, they have a chance at giving you Tinkatink, and from what I believe, they also have the increased shiny chance. Now, you can also get 2 times the amount of candy for every Pokemon you catch. Again, this is all going to last till 9 o'clock, and then you're going to get 3 times the amount of Stardust for every Pokemon you catch. That is pretty big. And then of course, you're going to get double the chance at getting Candy XL, and incense are going to last for 3 hours, and this excludes the daily adventure incense. Also, you're going to get additional spawns whenever you take snapshots, and then lure modules are going to last for 1 hour. You could also get 1 additional special trade, and any trade is going to cost 50% less Stardust. Finally, there's going to be field research task rewards during this event, which is going to give you Tinkatink encounters, as well as Ultra Balls and plenty more. This is a great way for you to get high IV shinies of Tinkatink and the Community Day Pokemon, mainly because you do have a much higher IV floor. So think of it as kind of like a miniature version of limited research days. There is, of course, also going to be a Community Ambassador timed research, which you can get when you check in with a Community Ambassador on Niantic Campfire. Doing this research will give you encounters with Tinkatink with a special background, as well as premium items. It's kind of like a free version of the paid research ticket. Okay, next let's go over the weekly content happening during this week. Starting with Max Battles, we are going to be getting the Pokemon Trapinch in Max Battles. This one could actually prove to be useful, so if you want to get ahead in Max Battles, make sure you catch a couple of Trapinch, because if you get lucky and get yourself a 100% IV, it could be very useful in the future. And then when it comes to Legendary Raids, we are going to be getting the Pokemon Kyogre in 5-star raids starting on April 8th until April 14th. This is actually a very powerful legendary Pokemon, and even though you will not be able to get Primal Energy for this Pokemon during this week, it is still worth raiding, because if you were to get yourself a 100% IV Kyogre, it is definitely worth maxing out and getting the Primal Reversion for it. And coinciding with Kyogre in Mega Evolution raids, we're going to be getting Mega Aerodactyl, and this is actually a low priority Mega Evolution, but if you do not have the Pokedex entry for Mega Aerodactyl, it wouldn't hurt to do a couple of these during the week so you could get the Mega Energy for that Pokedex entry. Aside from that, it's not necessarily one of those mega evolutions where you need to farm up as much mega energy as possible, so I would skip out on it if you do not need the Pokedex entry. And then when it comes to Shadow Legendary Raids, we are going to continue to have Shadow Latios appearing throughout the week. This is not one of those Pokemon that you absolutely need to get, although some people will argue that it is a very strong Pokemon, but there are certainly going to be better options out there. Even non-legendary Shadow Pokemon like Dragonite are going to outperform Shadow Latios, so I wouldn't necessarily go all out trying to get this Shadow Legendary Pokemon unless you really want the 100% IV Shiny of this particular legendary. Alright, and that leaves us with what's going to be active in the Go Battle League. So, until this Tuesday, April 7th, we're going to continue to have the Open Great League along with the Electric Cup Great League Edition, and then we're going to have the Open Ultra League with the Fantasy Cup Great League Edition. If you have any solid teams for any of these cups, it will be worth doing a couple of battles because we're very closely approaching halfway through the season. So, you will want to get your points in because you do not want to miss out on the chance at hitting legend rank by the end of the season. Alright, there you go. That's everything happening this week in Pokemon Go, and like I said, aside from the Tinkatink Community Day, there's nothing much else going on. There's no in-game event. We have a shockingly good time, which is going to end pretty much around the time that you're watching this video, and the rest of the week is just going to be the generic content. There's no special wild spawns. It's just basically for you to catch up on getting Stardust as well as items from Pokestops and gyms. Yeah, that's pretty much what this week is. So if you want to know exactly what you need to do, maybe you could just take this week to just do your daily tasks, whether it be to open and send gifts with your friends, build up those friendship levels, maybe get a couple of raids in for Kyogre, and then of course we have the community day on the weekend. That's basically the major highlight, but aside from that, there's nothing much else. So yeah, take a bit of a chill week, give yourself a bit of a break, and then next week we're going to be getting some really good events, so that is something you can look forward to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts in the comments down below for this week. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to? Make sure you share what that is, and let's have a great discussion. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to support my channel, the best way you could do that is hitting the like button for this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn on that notification bell. And also make sure you check out the links in the description below. One of them is to my Patreon page. If you become a Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So that means if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, especially for those Kyogre raids, if you want to get raid invites, then go and check out my Patreon. And also, there is a link to my Etsy store down in the description below. If you want to get yourself some cool merch for K-pop and anime, go and check it out. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm adding every single week. So yeah, make sure you go and look at it. It's going to be in the description below. Yeah. And of course, follow me on social media. I'm primarily on Instagram and Threads as well as X. If you find me, I'm going to be at Count Jinsula. That's going to be me. And yeah, give me a follow, and yeah, you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you in the next video.